Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, U.S. Immigration News. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about green card holder detained by ICE for over 4 months after making wrong turn. A simple navigational mistake has turned into a months-long immigration nightmare for Milad Aspari, a Kurdish green card holder from Iran. After accidentally crossing into Canada and re-entering the U.S., Aspari was detained by ICE and now faces possible deportation despite his legal status and a U.S. citizen daughter. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Milad Aspari, a green card holder from Iran, was detained by U.S. Immigration and Customs after mistakenly crossing into Canada and was arrested upon re-entry. Advocates warned that his potential deportation to Iran could endanger his life, given his Kurdish identity. Why it matters. Aspari's detention comes amid an immigration crackdown by the Trump administration and inflamed U.S. relations with Iran. His legal team argues that his Kurdish ethnic and religious minority identity will complicate his security matters even more after President Donald Trump struck 3 of the country's nuclear sites, Isfahan, Fordow, and Natanz, on Saturday. Iran later struck a U.S. base in Qatar. The Trump administration has pledged to launch the largest mass deportation operation in U.S. history. In addition to people residing in the country illegally, immigrants with valid documentation, including green cards and visas, have been detained and face legal jeopardy. Many people have been deported as a result of Trump's invocation of the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, which grants the president authority to deport non-citizens without appearing before a judge, among other wartime authorities. What to know? On February 20th, Aspari was arrested by ICE officials after he and his work team, who were working just 2 miles from the Canadian border, accidentally turned into Canada for a few miles due to construction and road closures. As they turned back into the U.S., Aspari was taken into custody. He is currently being held at the Northwest Detention Center in Tacoma, Washington. Aspari is a green card holder who is the father of a U.S. citizen daughter. His girlfriend, Ruth, whose last name is protected for security reasons, told Seattle news station King 5 that Aspari left Iran due to religious and political persecution. His lawyer has filed an asylum claim. Around 10% of the population in Iran identifies as Kurdish, roughly between 8 and 12 million people. The ethnic and religious minority has a history of being persecuted in Iran. On September 16, 2022, a Kurdish Iranian woman, Mahsa Jina Amini, died in police custody, with many speculating she was killed by the country's morality police. She was arrested for a dress code violation, a common arrest for women in Iran. The suspicious circumstances of her death sparked protests across the country and world, branded as a woman, life, freedom movement. Aspari's lawyer told King 5 that a previous assault conviction and a violation of no-contact order are the reasons his client is still being held in detention. The outlet reported that the no-contact order has been dismissed. Ruth previously stated that the no-contact order was related to a verbal argument between a couple 3 years ago. Aspari was booked over it and later signed paperwork that he didn't understand due to language barriers, Ruth told King 5. Their daughter appeared at the court hearing on Wednesday, when the judge ruled to postpone the next hearing for several months. The Department of Homeland Security arrested 11 Iranian nationals earlier this week amid tensions with Iran. What people are saying, Aspari's girlfriend Ruth told. If he goes back to Iran, they're going to kill him for sure because of religion. A spokesperson for U.S. Customs and Border Protection told on June 25th regarding a different case. Possessing a green card is a privilege, not a right. And under our nation's laws, our government has the authority to revoke a green card if our laws are broken and abused. In addition to immigration removal proceedings, lawful permanent residents presenting at a U.S. port of entry with previous criminal convictions may be subject to mandatory detention. Tricia McLaughlin, Assistant Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, said in a June 24th press release about the arrest of 11 Iranian nationals. Under Secretary Christenum, DHS has been full throttle on identifying and arresting known or suspected terrorists and violent extremists that illegally entered this country, came in through Biden's fraudulent parole programs or otherwise. We have been saying we are getting the worst of the worst out, and we are. We don't wait until a military operation to execute. We proactively deliver on President Trump's mandate to secure the homeland. What happens next? Aspari's next hearing is expected to take place on July 8th. As Aspari awaits his next hearing on July 8th, his case underscores the human cost of intensified immigration enforcement. Advocates fear that deportation could be a death sentence, raising urgent questions about justice, due process, and humanitarian protections in U.S. immigration policy. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
Green card holder detained by ICE for over 4 months after making wrong turn. Milad Aspari, a Kurdish green card holder from Iran, was detained by US Immigration and Customs Enforcement after accidentally crossing into Canada due to road detours. Upon re-entering the US, he was arrested and now faces potential deportation, which advocates warn could endanger his life due to his Kurdish identity and past political and religious persecution. His case arises amid escalating US-Iran tensions following President Trump's military strikes on Iranian nuclear sites and Iran's retaliation on a US base in Qatar. Aspari's detention also reflects the Trump administration's broader immigration crackdown, including use of the Alien Enemies Act to deport non-citizens without court hearings. Despite having a US citizen daughter, Aspari remains held in a Washington detention center. Aspari's detention also reflects the Trump administration's broader immigration crackdown, including use of Alien Enemies Act to deport non-citizens without court hearings. Despite having a US citizen daughter, Aspari remains held in a Washington detention center due to a past assault conviction and a no-contact order now dismissed. His asylum claim is pending, with the next court hearing set for July 8. Officials continue defending mass deportations, emphasizing national security concerns related to Iranian nationals.